Hello, everyone. We are very excited to launch a new issue of our biweekly webinars, and where we are bringing some real treat to you today. So before we jump into the subject of today's webinar, I would like to go over some housekeeping rules with you a little bit. First of all, introduce yourself in the chat. We always like to know who is participating and what you are expecting to get from this event. Use Q&A for questions. So if you have any questions, please type them in, and we will answer them all at the end of this webinar. And like I said, everything is going to be answered, and this webinar is going to be recorded. So we will send a link with the recording to you shortly after this webinar when we post it on our YouTube channel. So before we continue, I would like to introduce the team that makes everything that we do is happening. So I will start with Deborah. She's our executive director and a mastermind behind all of our programming and behind everything we do. Then we have Amy. She is our event manager, and she is the one that is responsible to make our events as fun as possible. And trust me, when I speak about fun, I'm speaking about world-class fun. Then we have Melinda. She's our office administrator, and she's taking care of everything that nobody else in the team would like to do. And she's doing a magnificent job in unloading us with all of the admin tasks and allowing us to do what we really like to do. So who we are and why we do what we do. Sukuk Center for Entrepreneurship is on the mission to ignite the entrepreneurial spirit within every student in University of Manitoba, and empowers them to recognize that entrepreneurship can be a viable career path. So we are doing our best to enable this path for you. So let me just show you like a short video introducing the center, and we will continue from there.
Let's talk about entrepreneurship. It's the light bulb moment from your first big idea. It's the decision to set out on a new path. It's the realization that entrepreneurship starts with a spark, and that spark starts here. At the Stu Clark Center, we're here to nurture your ideas and help spark your entrepreneurial spirit. How? How about competitive opportunities to free your inner entrepreneur? Advice from venture coaches who have walked the walk. Or some of the best networking events you'll find on campus. You'll find it all right here. By focusing on education, awareness, community, coaching, and connection, we build strong relationships with our students and do everything we can to help them on their journey to self-starting. At the Stu Clark Center, we thrive when you thrive. No idea is too big or too small. The Stu Clark Center is your one-stop shop for everything you need to start your journey. So why not start today?
Okay, so this was a short introduction video that is talking about what we do, and I would like to invite you all to look up all of our upcoming webinars. We are working hard to bring top-notch speakers and subject matter experts for you, so you will be able to tap into their experience and expertise and learn from them. So I will not speak about the lineup, but invite you to go over the lineup and register for all of the events that are piquing your interest. Something else that we are doing, I would like to promote our New Venture Championship that is going to happen in April 25-27. And what is New Venture Championship, would you ask? So it is a high-end or high-energy event, 3 days of competitions when teams across North America are competing and over like a pitch competition and pitching their ideas. Over $60,000 in cash prizes are available for them, and we don't demand you to do to put it into your business. You can do whatever you want with this money, but we expect you to do it to invest it back into your business. and it's open for grad and undergrad teams. So why would you participate? First of all, it is an excellent space to meet entrepreneurs like yourself and industry people that otherwise are not available to you. You can interact with judges and potential investors. We have a ton of fun doing these events, and last year we did the post-event celebration at the Rec Room. A year before that, at Polar Bear exhibition, and once again, there is a chance to win the money. So all you need is 2-page executive summary that you can submit to us by March 4. And you don't have to have a full business plan. If you don't know how to put together like a good executive summary, please reach out, and we'll be able to help you out with that one. And if you are not ready to participate in it and pitch your idea, maybe you want to participate as a volunteer. Our volunteers are usually coming back to us, and we treat them as gold. They get all of the stuff that we're getting to other people. They're getting to meet the teams and the judges. So if you are interested in it, stop by at the center or just send an email to amy.jones@humanitoba.ca, and we'll put you on the list. I will just go over myself very briefly. Startup Coach program is a free resource available to every student. And what we need to do is we are working with our students, helping them to launch their business or explore their ideas and see if it is a viable business idea or not. All you need to do is to book one-on-one meeting with myself, and we will continue from there. We are working with students at any stage of the venture. If you have an idea, great. If you don't have an idea, even better. So just stop by. All I need is some curiosity about entrepreneurship, and we can work with that. So once again, all you need to do is to go to our website, or just scan this QR code right now, follow the simple steps, and we will continue from there. And last thing I wanted to mention, our new initiative, it is Innovate Mates, and it is a peer-to-peer mentorship platform that is helping to connect between students with different expertise. It is a safe place when you can share your ideas and collaborate on different ventures. So if you have a venture and you have a question that is related to something that you don't know, you can search for a subject matter expert. For example, if you're a STEAM student and you want somebody with business knowledge, you can log in and search for this expertise, and vice versa. And we have some cool programming planned for the Innovate Mates going forward. And we'll also have some incentives for a couple of few hundreds that are going to register to this program and this platform. So once again, scan this QR code and please join this growing platform. And together we can push new ventures and new initiatives. So without further ado, I would like to introduce you to a good friend of mine. He is a mastermind behind LeanMind. Vagan is also known as Sui, and he's a highly skilled and dynamic professional with extensive experience in lean thinking. So everything lean comes like any everything lean that I have. His name is going to pop up first. He is one of the few true lean and Six Sigma black belts that I know. And he really lives to the expectations from a black belt. He has a proven track record of delivering successful outcomes in complex projects and driving continuous improvement across diverse teams. He is constantly demonstrating the ability to transform strategic goals into actionable plans, and his expertise spans among like many different industries. So once again, he is a subject matter expert when it comes to lean startup. And without further ado, once again, I want to give the stage to V, and I'm very excited to hear what he has to say today. Hi, V.
Great. Thanks, Ben. Thanks for inviting me. I really appreciate you and what you're doing at Stu Clark Center. A lot of great initiatives going on. And thanks for Melinda for helping out today as well. Appreciate you.
Thank you. Thank
So
you.
welcome to today's webinar, Road Mapping to Success with Lean Canvas. So my name is Vaughn. I go by V. And I'm excited to share with you today how Lean Canvas can be a game-changing tool for entrepreneurs who want to validate their business ideas quickly and efficiently without needing a lot of upfront resources. So in today's session, we're going to go through the essential steps of filling out a Lean Canvas, which is a one-page tool that helps you map out the key aspects of your business idea. What I do is I have a series of 30-second exercises for each section, which for you to get a head start on your Lean Canvas. So you'll learn some strategies for identifying potential pitfalls early on, refining your business model iteratively. And then by the end of the session, you're going to have a framework for making your business idea, for taking your business idea from concept to execution. So I've got some resources here for you to take a quick look at. And here's the first one. So Miro, if you don't know Miro, this is Miro. Go ahead, get on there, get a free account. And this is a Lean Canvas. And if you do have an Miro account, get on there, search up Lean Canvas by Ash Mara, and this will populate and this will be ready for you to go. Another resource I want to share with you is Stratagizer. And I'll just log in here. And Stratagizer, okay, let's do that. Stratagizer has a lot of really great resources if you want to start a project, do a project using Lean Canvas. If you want some training, there's all kinds of different training on here. I'm not going to go through all this, but Stratagizer, great resource. And then a bunch of other different resources. So on this one, they'll have the business model canvas, which I'll talk a little bit about briefly. Another resource is Lean Stack. So this is Ash Mara's platform. And let's see, I'll log in there. Okay, so this is going to show you there's a Lean Canvas, and I'm going to get out of there right away because that's for a business that I'm working on right now, and I'm not really willing to share that. But anyways, here's another Lean Canvas. You can just start a new Lean Canvas, populate it. It's a really good resource. Another resource you're going to like is gozigzag.com. And I created Lean Canvas in here. So there's another Lean Canvas right there. Essentially what I did here is I took a little bit from my LinkedIn profile, a little bit from Ben's LinkedIn profile. I dropped it into the business idea to generate the business idea. Click a button, it unleashes your business idea, and it creates you a Lean Canvas within a couple minutes. It's really fast, along with a bunch of other different sections that I don't want to go through here, but you can get on and take a look at this. One more tool. So those three tools I use, 4 tools I use constantly. This is a new one, Canvanizer, that I haven't seen, but it's another way to use Lean Canvas. Okay, so before we dive in, I just want to walk you through what we're going to cover today. So 3 things: practical strategies for filling out each section of the Lean Canvas. And I'm going to quickly run you through each section right now. Another part of that is tips for rapid idea validation, how to test assumptions before building your business. And then there's some actionable insights for turning your ideas into a reality. So we're going to start over here with customer segments. And so really what you want to do is break your customers into specific actionable segments. It could be based on demographics, age, location, psychographics, values, interests, or other behavior, shopping habits, tech adoption. And yeah, just start by focusing on your early adopters, those that feel the problem most acutely and are actively looking for a solution. Those are the customers you're going to test your initial product on. Okay, and here's the problem section of the Lean Canvas. And this just is a place for you to list the top 3 specific problems that your customer is facing. The problem should be painful enough that your customers are actively seeking solutions. Talk to your potential customers early. Use customer interviews, not necessarily surveys. I've found a lot of success with interviews, talking to people. You can call them up on the phone, but one-to-one, face-to-face is the best that I've found. Ask them to describe the problem in their own words. Don't give them your solution. Identify the problem. Okay, unique value proposition. UVP is the next one. So this is going to speak to your customer's pain. The UVP, the unique value proposition, is a clear, compelling promise of the value you deliver. So it should include a focus on the end result for the customer. Use your customer language to make it resonate. And the solution. So keep it simple. Outline the simplest version of your solution, often called the MVP, or minimum viable product. Should be the smallest feature set that solves your customer's problem and can be validated quickly. Avoid the temptation to build too much at once. Focus on building the smallest, most effective feature that'll solve your customer's problems. Channels. Okay, so find out where your customers are. Identify where your customers spend their time, how they discover new products. Early on, focus on the non-scalable channels like direct outreach, local events, and to get some initial attraction. Test scalable channels like digital ads or partnerships as you grow. Revenue streams. Okay, so outline how you plan to monetize your solution. Don't just stick to one revenue stream. Consider multiple revenue streams. Direct sales, subscription models, licensing, advertising, affiliate marketing, and use value-based pricing. Instead of pricing your product based on what it costs to build, price it based on the value it delivers to your customer. What problem is it solving? What is it saving them? Cost structure. So focus on the essentials. Map out your major costs, but don't overcomplicate them. Focus on the key cost drivers like the product, customer acquisition, distribution, infrastructure. Keep costs lean early on and focus on spending only where it will have the biggest impact. Key metrics. Okay, so measure what matters. Focus on the 1 or 2 metrics that'll tell you if your business model is working. For a SaaS product like one I have, this might be monthly recurring revenue or customer retention rate. So don't focus on the vanity metrics like website visits that don't really directly reflect your business growth. Focus on actionable metrics that show progress towards your goal. Unfair advantage. Number 9. Where are we? Over here. Okay, so what can't be copied? The last section of the Lean Canvas. This is your unfair advantages, and what sets you apart and can't easily be replicated. It could be a proprietary technology, a unique community, exclusive partnerships, or even your brand. So if you don't have an unfair advantage yet, that's okay. Focus on building one over time, like a strong community or a first mover advantage. Okay, part 2, tips for rapid idea validation. I'll just scroll back out here. So how to test assumptions before you're building. Customer interviews, again, really, really important. Conduct empathy interviews to validate your problem and your customer segment. Again, don't share your solution in these interviews. Focus on the problem and trying to identify the problem that your potential customer is dealing with. Ask them about their pain points. How are they currently solving their problem? And whether they would be willing to try your solution. Then you can present the solution to them. Yeah, definitely avoid leading questions. Focus on listening to their problems and experiences. Another thing you can do is build a landing page. So just create a simple landing page that explains your solution, your problem. There's a whole bunch of different tools out there. Build a page that includes a call to action. Sign up, run a small ad, Google, Facebook, just to drive some traffic and test the demand. Have a concierge MVP. So instead of building the full product, which is what I'm doing with one of the SaaS platforms I'm working on right now, Start with a concierge MVP where you manually provide the service to a few customers. And it allows them to give you feedback before automating and scaling the solution. So what all you're trying to do is to find something that's repeatable and scalable. Run experiments. Create simple experiments to test demand. For example, offer a pre-order wait list to see if people are willing to pay for your solution. You can use Google Forms, Typeform to collect feedback, measure interest. Okay, and the last section that I want to give you today is the actionable insights. And this is for turning your ideas into reality. Focus on the small wins. Start by achieving some small wins like validating a key assumption or getting your first few customers. Getting your first one customer is the toughest. If you can figure out, get one customer, then you can replicate that and get your next 9. Your first 10 are going to be the hardest ones you're ever going to get. Record that, process map that so that you can continue to build that. Iterate rapidly. So use the build, measure, learn cycle from lean startup. Build a small version of your product. Get some feedback quickly. Make improvements. Test your product. Get feedback quickly. Make improvements. Keep doing it over and over again. And don't overcommit. So avoid overcommitting to one version of your solution without testing. And don't wait for perfection. It's better to launch something small, improve it over time. And number one, a really important thing is don't fall in love with your solution. Fall in love with the problem that you're solving. Fall in love with the problem, then you'll get your solution right. Another point, prioritize your riskiest assumptions. So focus on testing the assumptions that could kill your business first. These are often related to whether customers will actually pay for your solution or if the problem is as big as you think. So one of the main things that I focused on with one of the business I have is whether people would actually use the platform or not. The biggest assumption was I'm going to build this, they're going to use that. Not necessarily. Stay flexible. So be willing to pivot if necessary. Excuse me, if your initial idea doesn't work out, don't be afraid to change direction based on the feedback that you receive. Okay, how are we doing, Ben?
We're doing good so far, so good. We have 11:55 right now, so let's keep going.
Okay. Back here, sharing the Miro board. Okay, so we're going to go get a little deeper into the Lean Canvas itself. Let's just talk about Lean Canvas, why it's so powerful. So it was created by Ash Maurra, based on the business model Canvas by Alexander Osterwalder. Here's a great book if Ben hasn't shared it with you yet. Testing Business Ideas. Testing Business Ideas. David Bland and Alex Osterwalder. So Ash Maurra, one of his books, Running Lean. This is another one. Great book. Ash created the Lean Canvas based on the business model Canvas by Alexander Osterwalder. So yeah, it's being optimized specifically for startups. Lean Canvas is being optimized specifically for startups and businesses that are still in the early stages of development. So yeah, unlike traditional businesses, unlike traditional business plans, which can be long and overwhelming, the Lean Canvas is a one-page tool that's going to allow you to break down the key components of your business idea quickly. So why is it important? Startups face a lot of uncertainty. Building a huge business plan, 20 pages, 100 pages, whatever it's going to be, it just doesn't make sense. So what you really need is a tool to help you validate your ideas and de-risk your business model. So the Lean Canvas helps you by doing that. Helps you to simplify your business plan into one page. It encourages fast iteration and testing, and focusing on your customer problems and solutions first, rather than spending time on financial projections that may not be relevant yet. So one of the reasons Lean Canvas has really been so effective is because it forces clarity. And in just, Ash says around 20 minutes, you can sketch out the foundation of your business idea and communicate it clearly to your stakeholders. So more importantly, it helps you identify your risky assumptions first, so you can focus on validating those before moving forward. Okay, so the key components. Let's dive into the main part of the session, filling out the lean canvas. Broken down into the 9 components. So you've seen this one, I'll show you this one. So there's all the 9 components. You got your customer segments, the problem, unique value proposition, the solution, channels, value streams, cost structure, key metrics, and the unfair advantage. So I just briefly touched on all of those at the beginning of this. We're going to start with, we're going to follow this model. This is Ash's recommended order of filling these out. Start with the customer problem, and then continue that way. So customer segments. And what I'm going to do is, as I'm showing you this, I'm going to contrast this with the lean canvas that I did in, that was automated, AI generated in Go Zigzag. Okay, so our customer segments. You're going to define who will benefit from your solution. Those are the people in your organization who have or organizations who have the problem you've identified and will be willing to pay for the solution. So it's important to segment your customers, meaning break them into smaller, more targeted groups, rather than thinking of everyone in your as your customer. Okay, identify 2 to 3 segments that have the problem you describe. Focus first on your early adopters, the customers who are feeling the most pain and are actively looking for the solution. Consider demographics, psychographics, and other behaviors. So here's some questions to ask as we kind of take a look at this. Here's some customer segments, early adopters that I identified for, what is it again? Let's see. It's called Digital Enclave. Okay, there would be the customer segments. So who has experienced the problem you're solving? What makes this group distinctive, and who are your early adopters? So customer segments of business successors, scale seekers, exit strategists, digital novices, and the early adopters here would be business owners, entrepreneurs aware of the need for an exit plan, and family businesses in transition. So here, I'll give you the exercise. We're not going to stop and do this, but you can pause the recording at any time and just take 30 seconds, a minute. Just take a minute, think about who your early adopters are. Who are the people that are most likely to have the problem you identify, that you've identified earlier? Okay, let's jump over to the problem here. Okay, so the problem box is where you identify the key issues that your business idea is trying to solve. So this is the foundation of your lean canvas, because your business should exist to solve a problem that people care about. So identify the top 3 problems your target customers are facing. Be specific and focus on urgent pain points that demand solutions. Consider whether these problems are visible, something customers are aware of, or latent, something they're experiencing, but may not realize that yet. And a bunch of questions you can ask are, what are the specific pain or challenges your customers are experiencing? How are they currently dealing with the problem? And over here, so problem with this is they have a lack of digital strategy, online presence, uncertainty in planning, executing a business exit, difficulty creating a sustainable business operation. Great. I might keep that page open. Here's the exercise. Take 1 to 2 minutes, just write down 2 to 3 problems your business idea addresses. If you already have a business in mind, use that. If not, think of an industry problem that you're familiar with, problem that you've experienced. Okay, let's go to the unique value proposition. Right over here, number 3. So the UVP, it's a clear statement that explains how your product solves a customer problem or improves their situation. It's the primary benefit your solution provides and what makes it different from others in the market. So start by answering, what is the single most compelling reason customers will choose your solution? Craft a 1-sentence elevator pitch that explains what makes your solution unique. And then use customer language. So focus on the benefits of your solution, not just the features. And some questions you can ask here are, what's unique about your solution that no one else is offering? What'll make customers say, I need this now? Unique value proposition here is achieve long-term success with a tailor-made digital adoption plan. Empower your business with expert guidance to scale, systematize, and prepare for a seamless exit when you choose. That's the UVP. Let's go to the solution. Okay, box number 4. So it's where you outline your product or your service offering that addresses the problems that you've identified. The goal here is not to detail every feature, but to focus on the core features that directly solve the problem in the simplest way possible. So your solution will evolve over time, but this is the first phase of your MVP or your minimum viable product. Define the minimal set of features your product needs to solve the problem for your early adopters. Focus on building an MVP, which is a simplified version of your product. It solves a core problem. It can be quickly tested with real users. Avoid feature creep, adding too many features that distract from solving the main problem. Keep it simple, keep it focused. And so questions you can ask along the way are, what are the core features of your solution? What's the simplest version of your product you can build to test? Our solution here is a digital adoption plan, formulation via weekly online coaching sessions, strategic planning and exit readiness assessment toolkit, and continuous improvement through kata coaching, and I'm lost. Kata coaching and one of these. Where is it? I don't see it on here. Kata coaching and lean management, through kata coaching and lean management. Good. And here's some channels. Sorry, channels. Number 5. So it just refers to how you're going to get your product in front of your customers. They're the methods that you're going to use to reach your customers, deliver your solution, whether through online marketing, direct sales partnerships, or content marketing. So the strategy is identify both early non-scalable channels and scalable channels. Test a few channels early on and see what's working, what works best, what's going to scale. Think about where your customers already spend their time and how you can meet them where they are. So one of the SaaS platform or the SaaS platform that I'm working on, where my customers are at job fairs. So I hung out at job fairs. Every job fair I could go to, they're free to go to, and I can go and interview my customers. They're right there. Some of the questions you can ask is, how will you raise awareness about your solution? How will you acquire or retain customers? And what channels do your customers already use? Channels, number 5. Let's go over here. So channels, online booking platform, direct via outreach via email, phone, digital marketing, social media presence, networking events, and business workshops. Networking events, great tools. Okay, number 6, revenue streams. So the revenue streams box just identifies how your business will make money. This is where you're going to outline the different ways customers will pay you for your product, whether it's through a one-time purchase, subscriptions, freemium models, licensing. So the strategy is to determine what pricing models fit your product. Consider multiple revenue streams if you can. Focus on value-based pricing, charging based on the value of your solution that your solution provides to your customer, not just based on the cost of producing your solution. And here's some questions to ask. So how will customers pay for your product? What pricing model makes the most sense for your solution? And what is the perceived value of your solution to the customers? I missed a couple exercises, but here's the exercise. So brainstorm all the possible ways your business could make money. Don't limit yourself at that stage. Just write down every possibility you can think of. Will you charge monthly, yearly, or one time? revenue streams here. So weekly, monthly coaching, subscription fees, fees for the exit readiness assessment, consultancy fees for strategic planning and implementation support. Okay, we're on to our last couple of boxes here of the Lean Canvas, the cost structure. So this section is going to detail the most significant costs your business is going to incur. Those costs can be fixed or variable. The goal is to understand what your biggest expenses will be as you build and scale the business. So list your major fixed and variable costs. Focus on essential costs, essentially, especially early on, related to building and delivering your solution. Estimate your burn rate, which is how much money you're going to need to operate each month. And some questions I ask along the way here: what are the most important costs in your business model? What are your fixed costs? What are your variable costs? And the exercise here is to just list out your top 3 costs that you're going to incur building and delivering your product. Think about things like developmental costs, marketing, operations, salaries, or any other infrastructure that you're going to need. And then once you have those listed, you can just categorize them as fixed or variable. Okay, and let's see what the costs are here. Platform development and maintenance, marketing and advertising, coaching and advisory personnel costs, operational expenses for virtual workshops and tools, and development costs for assessment and planning tools. Key metrics. So the key metrics section outlines the most important metrics or key performance indicators, KPIs, that help you measure whether your business is on the right track. Well, the metrics will show how well your business is performing and allow you to make data-driven decisions. So here's a strategy. Identify the most important metrics to track. Those will depend on what type of business you are, what kind of business idea you have. Focus on the 1 or 2 key metrics that start. To start, just 1 or 2, and those that are directly reflect your growth or success. So if you think about the analogy of losing weight, standing on the scale, looking at your weight is too late. You know what your weight is. The KPI, the metric you want to look at, is how much food you're putting in your mouth, how many calories you're putting in your mouth. Get a KPI like that, saying if I put less calories, then I'm going to influence the number on the scale. Another thing to do: avoid vanity metrics like social media followers. They don't directly relate to the business outcomes. And some questions you can ask here: what are the key metrics that will determine the success of my business? And what does success look like in terms of measurable outcomes? What kind of key metrics do we have here? We've got number of weekly coaching subscriptions, engagement rate, planning and assessment tools, customer satisfaction and success story, and growth in client businesses. And here we go. Final box of the Lean Canvas. So the unfair advantage. So what is your unfair advantage? It's what makes your business difficult to copy. So it's the competitive edge you have that others can't easily replicate, whether it's some proprietary technology, a strong community, deep expertise, or a unique brand. So the strategy here is then to think about what you have that cannot be easily bought or copied. If you don't have an unfair advantage yet, focus on building one over time. So building a community, securing exclusive partnerships. And the exercise here is just brainstorm what might be your unfair advantage. And again, if you don't have one right now, that's okay. Think about what you could develop over time that would be hard for competitors to replicate. So again, some examples might include proprietary technology, industry expertise, an exclusive partnership, or a strong community of loyal customers. Okay, so now we have our Lean Canvas filled out. How do you turn it into an action? Rapid idea validation. So get out of the building and talk with your customers. Take your Lean Canvas with you. Record a bunch of your questions and start testing your assumptions by doing those interviews. If you're too afraid, get out of the building, pick up the phone. But I highly encourage you, get out of the building, get onto the street, go to where your customers might be. You can also build a simple landing page to gauge some interest. Go and talk to people. Most important thing that you do, go out and talk to people. Don't share your solution. Focus on the problem and the problem they have. They might not have that problem. Find out. So the next step is iterate and pivot. So Lean Canvas is not a static document. You'll iterate it based on the feedback. So you can go talk to people, get some feedback, put it back into Lean Canvas. If you find that your assumptions are wrong, that's not a failure. It's a chance to pivot and refine your business model. That's some success. Finding out your assumptions are wrong. Find out your assumptions are wrong now before you're spending, hundreds, thousands, tens of thousands of dollars. Find out now. Find out early. And then the key to build evidence around your assumptions so that you're not just guessing, but making data-driven decisions. Before we close, let me just recap what we're taking away. And so it helps. So Lean Canvas helps you focus on problems, not just solutions. Use the canvas to identify your riskiest assumptions. Focus on validating those first. Iterate quickly and build evidence-based confidence in your business model. Okay, that's all I have there, Ben, other than one last resource. And actually, I think everybody can find this from the recording. I'd put links in here if you want. This is Techstars. It's a really great entrepreneur toolkit, and a whole bunch of different resources in here. Anyways, that's what I got.
Awesome.
Thanks,
Thank you so
Thanks,
much. Yeah, we've squeezed a lot of information into such a short time. So actually, one of the questions that I have in here is links to the tools that you've provided.
Yeah.
So the answer.
I'll drop them in right now.
Yeah, we will follow up. Yeah, we will follow up. Like, don't bother. Just send them over to me, and we will have a follow up email with the recording link, and we will attach all of these links in there. Okay. So another question I have in here is, what if I don't know how to fill a segment in a canvas? What do I do?
If you don't know how to fill out the segment in a canvas, rewatch the webinar, read the book, go to ChatGPT, talk to your friends, schedule a mentoring session with Ben.
Yeah, okay, that's fair enough. Yeah, ChatGPT, and I think you've mentioned the Go Zigzag as well. That can be like a very useful tool as well, that is helping to fill this up as well, right?
Yeah, I dropped that link in there as well.
Yeah, so we had another question, like what do I do next? But you already answered this question. We will cover the links. And
I'll get a template. Like get on Miro and find that Ash Mara Lean Canvas. It's populated, ready for you to go. And he's got some other different resources as well to guide you along the way.
Yeah, I see. Okay, no, sounds good. So I had I have two more questions that you've already answered them on your summary. So if we don't have any other questions, I think thank you so much. It is a lot of information. Lean Canvas is a very, very critical tool. And yeah, I hope our students will be able to reach out to you if they have any questions.
Yeah, for sure.
Or if I cannot answer their questions, I will definitely send them your way. And yes, thank you so much for your time today.
Yeah, you're very welcome. I'll also, so all of the links are in the chat if you want to have them now. I'll drop in my my LinkedIn profile as well if you want to talk more. But again, the most important thing is just like carve out 20 minutes, have the template, answer the questions. You can have it done in 20 minutes. Don't try and perfect it. Just get one done.
Yeah, action over excessive planning. Okay, awesome. Thank you so much, I really, really appreciate your expertise and insights on Lean Canvas today. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks again for inviting me. Really appreciate it. Thanks for your help, Melinda.